Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome to Gazzetta United Full-Time Devils. I am Adam McCullough. We are back Monday morning here on Full-Time Devils, and usually we'll be going through the back pages after a match, looking at player ratings, just what they've been saying about our game and everything. But yet again, we've got nothing to go on, no action to go on, because football is still on hold, sport is still on hold, and the world is still on hold. So hope you guys are coping well with all this coronavirus outbreak, and just like the back of this newspaper says, stay at home, stay in your yard, wash your hands, wash your ass, and save some lives. So hope you're sticking to all of that stuff. But we're going to get stuck into the newspapers here today. The Daily Star's got a chock-a-block back page if you're a Man United fan. Because times are hard and they're running out of stories, they're doing a special on when Eric Cantona kicked the fan. Yeah, they are struggling for content these days. Then they've got the bit on Harry Kane's interview yesterday, where he did an interview on a live app. It might have been Instagram, but I'm not too sure. I didn't watch it live, but I saw it after, with Jamie Redknapp, and he was asked about his future. And now usually, especially at a time like this where no one's playing football, where everything's locked off, where everyone's sat at home, you'd think Harry Kane would say, well, I'm happy at Spurs, let's see how things go. But he pretty much said, if this place doesn't fix up, I'm off. Now, that's got people talking. Now, I don't think he's going to leave this summer, whenever this summer is, the transfer window. But the fact that he's even acknowledging that he may have to leave Tottenham is music to my ears, as a fan of his. And obviously, you look at United and you think, we got Rashford, we got Marshall, we got Greenwood, we got Igalo. But if you can bring Harry Kane in 12 months when Igalo's on his way out, Jesus Christ, could you imagine that? That'd be decent, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely decent. So I just hope Jose continues to burn the place down at Spurs. They continue to bottle things and not win anything. And in a year or so's time, Harry Kane's ready for a move to United. That'd be good. Also on the back page of the Star, right down here, this little story here, is Ollie's £135 million sole trader. No, he's not trying to get some money out of the Tories. That'd be trying to get blood out of a stone. But what he's doing is he's trying to get Saul Niguez in a club record £135 million deal. Now, the Star mentioned this story and they mentioned it's dependent on Paul Pogba leaving, but I really can't see anything in it, to be totally honest with you. I cannot see anything in it. And they also, in their story, goes on to mention Donny van der Beek, Jadon, Sancho. Can you see United buying £200 million players in the summer? I can't. I really can't, especially when you look at like some of the back page, some of the inside sports pages about the effect of the coronavirus and Carmageddon and players losing jobs and players losing money, clubs losing money, etc. I can't see United making £200 million signings in one window, in any normal window, never mind in a window that's been shrouded in this coronavirus pandemic and clubs losing money. Like I said though as well, they have got more stuff on Eric Cantona. No, it's not 1995. But they've got nothing to talk about, so that's good. I think there's a new book coming out, that's why. On Eric Cantona. It's not an official book. It's not Eric Cantona's book. Anything else? Back page of the Daily Mail, Harry Kane's there again saying, call it off. If the Premier League season can't be finished by the end of June, call the whole thing off. I totally agree with him. I think we need to set a deadline on it. The season's not completed. We move on and start looking towards preparations for next season, how we get that on the go. Being desperate to finish this season, it's not going to happen. I think most of the nations are pretty sure it's not going to happen, yet we're still trying to push things and trying to force things through. You've got to look at the nation, the health of the nation, and everyone's staying at home at the minute. This isn't going to be resolved in the next month or two. How can you possibly get football back underway, either behind closed doors or in front of fans? It's not going to happen. Even if it's behind closed doors, how can you stop fans turning up to stadiums? How can you stop injuries happening and players having to use hospitals and medics and all that stuff? You can't. I don't think the season or football is going to return for a long, long time, and I think it could be beyond June. And I don't even think, you know, we might not even get football again by the time the new season was supposed to start in August. So how we're finishing in this season, I really don't know. I can't even get my words out. That's how baffled I am by it all. But also here, Jack Grealish, who's been linked with a move to Man United. There was a car crash mystery now. We can't really speak on it too much because we don't know the facts beyond the case, and a lot can be said on social media. But the car is seemingly his. It was his car. He's been pictured with that car and driving in that car before. And there was a crash that clearly happened with that vehicle. Whether he was driving the vehicle or not remains to be seen. But just a day or the same day after he had posted warning people to stay at home, save lives and save the NHS, for him to be doing that is really disappointing. I was hoping we'd sign this guy. And if he's going to continue doing things like this or being caught up in these kind of instances like he has done in the past, then he's not going to get that big move, and it could cost him a big move. And you look at United at the moment, we're probably weighing up, Pogba might stay, this, that, that's an easy thing to make someone think, let's not go there. It's way too much hassle than necessary. And that's him throwing away all the hard work that he's had to try and sort himself out, to get his career back on track. Disappointed in him, to be honest. As a fan of his, like, I want him to succeed. I want him to play for United. I want him to come to the club. But I'm actually a fan of his, and it's disappointing to see that because he's a quality player and he needs to just stop being involved in stupidity. And even if he wasn't driving a car, why are you not inside your yard when you're posting all these things about, you know? I just find it a little bit mental. Anything else here? BT Sport pundits could be left out of pocket. Harry Kane saying he's gonna beat Wayne Rooney's record. He's got 21 goals to go. 21 goals. Right then, on to the Mirror. Just as the rest of the newspaper falls on the floor. Premier in. Premier League stars may be forced into quarantine hotels for a month to get the season started again. Again, I don't see how that is possible, to quarantine them off for a month, do some sort of World Cup-like thing where you're playing at St. George's Park or something. TV crews have to be there, catering crews have to be there, staff, physios, ambulances, hospital. They all have to make sure that you're checking them and you're keeping them under quarantine as well. Are you keeping the fella that works in the canteen staying at St. George's Park while everyone, like, I don't understand how this one will work. I think they're just desperate to get it underway because of the financial impact that it will have on the Premier League and the Premier League clubs, which is understandable. The Mirror have also got another bit on Harry Kane in his Spurs exit hint, and they mention Manchester United, Real Madrid and a host of top clubs. I've been coveting the England captain now. The Gillingham chairman insists all levels of football will be affected, and it says it's pay cuts or job cuts for many footballers, which is something that's going to be an impact of this coronavirus pandemic, depending on how long it stretches out for and how long it lasts for. And then we've got more on Eric Cantona and more on Fergie went to see Eric in Paris on the back of a Harley Davidson. I thought Eric's gone mad. Later in the dressing room it was dead quiet. Even Alex could hardly speak. The unprecedented scale of what happened meant everyone had an opinion on it. As soon as Eric got involved with the player, you knew he was going to be sent off. As he was walking down the touchline, there were a few of us looking at the players and wondering what had been said. I'm sure you'll be able to find this there. And I'm sure you already know about Eric Cantona kicking the xenophobic, racist Crystal Palace fan. He deserved every little bit of it. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to Full Time Devils today. Thank you. Not been much to go through in these papers, as you can see. You know, we're struggling for news at the moment, but Harry Kane being linked with Manchester United again, Jadon Sancho, Saul Niguez, Jack Grealish's off the field issues coming back to haunt him again. Will that cost him a big money move in the summer? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Keep it locked to Full Time Devils. For now, I've been Adam McCullough. I'm out of here.